Just a reminder that these videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey, and welcome back to my closet. And Happy New Year to everybody! Did you guys stay up until midnight? I'm not recording this on January 1st, so I don't know yet if I stayed up until midnight, but chances are I probably fell asleep. But anyway, what better way to kick off the year than to start looking at what dolls that we'll be seeing in 2024. So far, it's already shaping up to be a really great year, and this is going to be kind of a long one. There's a lot to talk about, especially because we have a long Monster High lineup made by Doll.Girlicious. There's a lot. Like, a lot. So let's not waste too much time here in the intro, let's just get right into it. Some of these things we have touched on in the past. So on this first page, specifically, we know about the Hisfits 3-pack, the Welcome Committee Frankie, and the Welcome Committee Fashion Pack. And we've seen most of the Refresh dolls at this point, but we do have a better look at Refresh Frankie. We saw them before in a blurry pic next to Laguna, but now we can see all the details and they are super cool. I love the way they did the hair colors because they eliminated a lot of the white, which just overall gives them a darker feel. I love the jacket with the pop of green and the stitch pattern. I love the boots and the tights. This Frankie is actually a pretty good rival to Welcome Committee Frankie, so honestly, I don't know which one I like better. I may wind up with both of these. On this next page here, we have Skulltimate Secrets Series 4. And apparently this is a ballerina-themed line, which you wouldn't think would be a great idea for a Monster High theme, but I think they're gonna make this pretty spooky, give it like a Black Swan kind of vibe. Once again, we have Claudine, Draculaura, and Cleo in this line, but Abby is making her debut in Skulltimate Secrets. But the only one that we have pictures for, which it's pretty certain that this is Skulltimate Secrets for Draculaura, she's the only one that's surfaced so far. And we can see a lot has changed from the last Skulltimate Secrets series. First of all, the locker is totally different. It's not coffin-shaped anymore. It kind of looks more like a wardrobe. There's an elevator feature because you can see that black piece sticking up and there's a little lever on the front. So I guess Draculaura is inside of that and you pull that up to reveal her when you're opening it. Also, it looks like there's only one key this time, so they're probably ditching the color reveal part. And they're coming with hangers, which is awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some closet rods inside of this locker so that you can hang the clothes up, and I would really appreciate that because, yeah, I love my Rainbow High closet. I would love to be able to do that with my Monster High clothes too. There's also this little square area on the side here. It talks about looking for clues. It must have something to do with the unboxing experience. So with the lack of the color reveal keys and everything, I'm appreciating this. They used the same gimmick for the first 3 series and it was fine, but it's always nice to change it up, especially for people who are collecting every single Skulltimate Secrets doll. Now at least they're getting something different. As for Draculaura herself, I really like this spooky ballerina thing that they've put together for her. Of course, you can't see too many of the details yet, but so far it's looking pretty good. They're definitely leaning more into darker colors for her lately, like more black, a darker pink. I'm really looking forward to seeing her makeup more. And Skulltimate Secrets isn't ending there. There's also a 5th series on the way. No information about characters or themes yet. Based on what we've had in the past, I'm sure they're going to include some of the main ghouls in the line, but hopefully they'll pull in someone like Venus or Spectra or one of the other characters that they're releasing a core doll for. Alright, this page, we have a line called Fear Book, which I'm assuming is going to be similar to Picture Day from G1. In this, we're going to have Twyla, Toralei, and Draculaura. And then there's Monster Fest, which we have talked about, and actually we looked at Claudine in the last video. But now we have pictures of Laguna, Cleo, and Frankie, and wow. I am loving these designs. Now keep in mind that these are mock-ups, not actual pictures of prototypes. I'm sure that they're not going to be super different from the final dolls, So if this is what we have mostly to look forward to, I'm excited. Claudine is probably still my favorite because I'm biased to the purple and the celestial theming, but I am loving this Laguna. They're leaning more into a jellyfish theme for her with the ruffles hanging from her hips. She has black lipstick, which is quickly becoming like one of my favorite things to find on a doll these days. I love the coral crown that she has on, the pearly straps on her shoulders and her shoes. I'm so here for her. The only thing I'm seeing is that she has super pale hair, which could mean that it's Polly. However, being that Monster Fest is kind of a special line, maybe they'll give her Saran. Next we have Frankie, and they're also pretty cool. Compared to some of the other Frankies that are coming out though, I don't like this one as much, but I do like the pants. I like the fringe and the plaid combination. The crown isn't working as much for me. I think it's a little too soft for Frankie when everything else is very sharp edges with all the lightning and the stitches. Overall, they fit with the line. They're just not as strong of a Frankie as some of my other favorite ones. And finally, we have Cleo. Somehow the boho vibes of the festival work really well with ancient Egyptian aesthetics. And they really managed to capture both of them here and make them into a really nice look for Cleo. Now I'm wondering if I like this one more than the refresh Cleo. Draculaura, her Monster Fest doll hasn't been revealed yet, but as we can see on the lineup, she is coming with some kind of vehicle, which I think mentioned a long time ago when we first heard of Monster Fest. It says a truck, so it could be a Jeep, it could be some kind of SUV, but after seeing the designs of the rest of the Monster Fest schools, I cannot wait to see what she looks like. The problem is if she's amazing, which she probably will be, and I like her, what am I gonna do with a truck? I don't have room for a truck. Speaking of vehicles, we are getting another Draculaura and Claudine 2-pack with a car. It's going to be a Target exclusive, and it seems to be rumored that it's a recolor of the Ghoulmobile. So that's not super exciting because, you know, it's just the same car again in a different color, but the dolls might be different, you never know. And then the last couple of things we have for G3, we have an unknown 2-pack, which will be $49.99. No details on release date, character, or theme. We have the Frankie styling head, which we did look at in a previous video, and then a line of mini dolls with a color reveal gimmick. Here they call it Monster High Potions, but I don't think that's the official name. But either way, we have the 5 core ghouls plus Spectra in a minifigure style. And I'm sure this is going to be a blind box situation, as color reveal tends to be, plus Spectra is said to be the chaser, but still, I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like, if they're going to be new designs for the characters or if it's going to be riffing off their core designs. You know, they're not going to be mini dolls because they're not going to have real hair or anything based on how they're describing them here. If they have a little bit of articulation, maybe they could be good dolls for dolls. But Monster High isn't done yet because we also have a lot of G1 style dolls coming out for 2024. And this first thing I'm so curious to see, we are getting a celebrity doll of RuPaul. I cannot wait to see what this doll looks like, because if RuPaul had anything to do with the design, I think it could be super fabulous. Like, drag for Monster High just seems really like a great combination, because drag is over the top and you could do so many cool things with makeup and monster effects and everything. I think this is going to be a really cool doll. Also, in keeping with the theme of making the parent ghouls of the core monsters, we are getting a creature from the Black Lagoon Skeletor doll. I wonder if they're going to do a girl doll like they did with Dracula, or if they'll do a doll more similar to Frankenstein's monster. It should be interesting to see how they pull that off too, because I'm pretty sure the creature of the Black Lagoon does not wear clothes. There's also going to be a Skeletor 3-pack, which I think is the first time they've ever done a 3-pack, and this is the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. Now, I'm assuming after seeing that they did Jack and Sally, this means that they're going to continue to make more Monster High versions of Disney characters, and I would be interested to see who else they decide to pull in to Monster High. There's no price on this one yet, but since most of the Skeletor 2-packs are $90, we can probably guess it's going to be somewhere in the realm of $135. You may also notice I skipped over the Skeletor 2-pack for the Addams family, but we're going to circle back to that when we get to the Wednesday stuff. Because before that, we need to look at the Kree productions. The original 4 are supposed to be released again in September of this year. It doesn't say where, whether that's going to be online only or online and in stores. It would be really nice if they distributed them more normally this time, since people had such a hard time finding the first round. I would hope Mattel would learn from their mistakes, but you never know. There are also Kree productions of Ghoulia, Spectra, and Abby. They actually dropped already on Paulsmart. I'm not sure if they're still available or have been restocked, but the official release is supposed to be in April on Amazon. And also on Amazon, there will be a 2-pack Kree production of Core, Cleo, and Deuce. Operetta is going to be getting a special collector doll for $49.99 on Mattel Creations. The lineup states that it's a Fang Club exclusive, possibly. Probably similar in quality level to the Ghoulia that they did. It's about time that they use the Fang Club for something, so it would be nice if she was exclusive for those people who paid for the Fang Club. But then again, people who didn't are going to miss out. I don't know. The Fang Club, they're not utilizing it to the best of their ability. Now, we've already looked at Halliday, Draculaura, and Claude, and Halliday Cleo. We're also getting another Skeleta for Dia de los Muertos. It doesn't say whether or not this is going to be a new design for her, or if it's a re-release of the one from 2023. It could be the same thing that they do with Barbie, and they're going to do a new one every year. That would be really nice. But what's new here on this page is the Fashion House collaboration dolls. There's no information on the brand they're collaborating with here, but it appears they're going to be making new ghouls again for this in the same way they did for Off-White. The fact that these are $75 each instead of $140 or whatever the Off-White ones were, I'm guessing this is a little lower level of a designer, but it's kind of cool that they're creating new ghouls for this. I thought the Off-White ones were a little too high fashion for my taste, but I did like the new characters that they came up with. I liked the gargoyle one, and I liked the one with the skeleton that you could see through the plastic. The only other detail we have about these dolls is that one of them is going to be a garden-themed ghost. And finally, we are on the last page of the lineup. This is a long one, man, and we still have more to talk about outside of Monster High. We are going to have another San Diego Comic-Con exclusive doll. No information about what the character is going to be, but of course it's going to be released at Comic-Con, so in the summer. Since we already had Frankie and Draculaura, I'm guessing they're probably going to do Claudine, Cleo, or Laguna. You know, it would only make sense for it to be one of the core ghouls. They've done a pretty cool job on the Comic-Con exclusive dolls so far. And then we have the Wednesday dolls. Like we saw on the other page, there is going to be a Skeletor 2-pack of Morticia and Wednesday. That one doesn't say specifically whether this is the Netflix series or if it's based on the movies or the old show. My guess, since it's kind of in a separate spot on this lineup, is that maybe it's based on the movies. But I think whether it's that or the Wednesday series, I think people are going to eat these dolls up no matter what. The other ones, however, are definitely from the show. We have Wednesday and Enid core dolls at $40 each, a deluxe doll of Wednesday in her dress from the meme dance, and a fashion pack. And they're all set to come out in August. I'm sure they're going to fly off the virtual and physical shelves. They're a bit pricier than other G1 dolls that we have outside of the Skelectors, but that's probably because of the licensing. I just hope that it also means they're going to put a little bit more effort into these dolls to make it worthwhile for people. But again, because Wednesday is such a popular property now, people are probably going to pay for it anyway because they love her. I also think that Wednesday is a good choice to start with if they're going to start branching out into more licensed G1 style dolls. If they do well and there's an interest for more, I'm sure there's plenty of horror themed shows and movies that they could collaborate with, and this way there would be kind of a subline of collector dolls that aren't Skelectors that you have to sit and wait for a drop for and don't cost as much. Whew, alright. Finally moving away from the Monster High line, we have a look at the new Disney ILY dolls and fashion packs from the Disney Store. There are 7 new dolls representing characters we haven't seen before, some of them only in fashion pack form. Firstly, I have to say I love the fireworks theme on the packaging. Fireworks are always my favorite part of the night at Magic Kingdom, and I always cry. But to go with that theme, it seems like each of the dolls has color streaks in their hair and some added face paint. Here we have Snow White, who seems more like she's based on the evil queen than Snow White herself. She's got a poison apple motif going on. I really like the jacket on her. Then we have Belle, who is not giving Belle so much as she's giving the rose, and I like the sass on her face. The new Ariel themed doll, she's okay. I think I like the other Ariel outfit that they did better. I think it's the sequin jacket on this one. I'm not really a big sequin fan, so it's not really doing much for me. We have another Tiana. I like her face a lot. It's very sweet. The outfit definitely says more Tiana to me than the last Tiana they did, especially when you add the jacket. Without the jacket, maybe not as much, but with the jacket, it looks really good. And I like her athleisure look. And then these 3 dolls, we did have 2 of them as fashion packs in the past. We have Elsa, who is pretty cute. I like that they gave her braids. Her outfit definitely speaks to an ice queen. It's pretty simple, but it reminds me of like a deconstructed version of Elsa's ice dress. And I think it's pretty realistic to something that somebody who was Disney bounding as Elsa might actually wear or be able to buy. The Rapunzel doll, her outfit is cute, but I'm not sure if it's very Rapunzel. I feel like the fashion pack did it better. This one is very pink for Rapunzel. I do like the jacket with the colorful sleeves on the denim, but if I looked at her, I wouldn't immediately say Rapunzel. Finally, we have Sven, and he's just the Aladdin doll dressed in a new outfit. The graphic on the t-shirt is really, really cute, but the color of everything clashes with the jacket that he comes with. Like, everything else is coordinated with this more purpley toned color, and then you have this electric blue and yellow suddenly pop in. Like, it doesn't really make sense color-wise. But the dolls are not the only thing that we're getting. There are also more fashion packs. I'm not sure if these are the only fashion packs coming out, but these are the only ones we have pictures of. So first we have Mirabelle, and now this is more what I'm talking about when I think of Disney bounding. If I looked at somebody wearing this, I would immediately know that it was inspired by Mirabelle. I think it's super, super cute. Then we have a Pixar pack, which is kind of fun that it's not just one movie. We've got Monsters, Inc., Toy Story, Turning Red, and even though they're all from different movies, they blended them together really nicely. And then finally, we have the Minnie fashion pack, and it's fine, you know. Mickey and Minnie, they seem like they're really easy to do because like anyone can wear Mickey and Minnie and say they're a Disney fan, and just it kind of represents everything. I would say I think I prefer the Minnie and Mickey stuff they did more on the Jax dolls than this fashion pack. So overall, I'm pretty excited to see more ILY stuff coming out. Hopefully there's more to come from both the Disney Store and Jax, but you guys can probably guess what I'm about to say. Anytime. Also from Disney, this year marks the 65th anniversary of Sleeping Beauty, and in honor of that, the Disney Store is releasing a special 17-inch Aurora doll. Now, her face is beautiful. I think the 17-inch doll faces are always really, really pretty, and I really like her serene expression, but I'm not sure how I feel about the dress. Part of me loves that they're doing the make it pink, make it blue thing. That's like one of my favorite things from that movie, but the way that they executed it here, it reminds me less of the transformation back and forth and more of the part in the movie where they both hit the dress at the same time. It just splatters and it's a mess. It's just very disjointed. And I know that's what they were going for, like the asymmetry is on purpose, but I feel like it's not working for me. I would have liked to see either the color shifting material they used on most of the skirt as just the whole skirt, or if they wanted to do the pink panel there, put it on both sides, and then it might have made a little more sense. But just having it on the one side of the skirt just is very jarring to me. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. I'd like to see other opinions on this dress. In the world of miniatures, we have Make It Mini Lifestyle Series 2. These already have an Amazon listing, but it currently says it's unavailable. I don't know if it was in stock at all yet, and just sold out, or if it's just like on pre-order, but I had to gush about them. We have new plants. We have vases with cut flowers, which are adorable, and we have birdhouses and bird feeders with tiny birds. I want these. I mean, I already love the Make It Mini lifestyle. I think Make It Mini is so fun. They've come up with some really, really cute ideas, but the lifestyle ones are just the best ones. I gotta get my hands on some of these. Circling back to Mattel, we are back in the song and dance of copying MGA, because in the same way that MGA brought Bratz back, My Scene is about to make a comeback in 2024. Somebody found some Amazon listings for collector dolls. No information about price or release date. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised it took them this long because the 20th anniversary of Bratz was 2 years ago, but I guess Mattel was very focused on the Monster High revival, so this was probably just brewing in the background. And then if you really want to talk about a back and forth, we have the Barbie Dream Teams. Isaac Larian made some post on LinkedIn, I think, but now I can't find a screenshot of it anymore. That he was mad that these are basically Mattel's Bratz, just repurposed into something else. So for a quick history lesson, and I'm really watering this down here, Mattel sued MGA over Bratz back in the day and got the rights to make Bratz. As a result of that lawsuit, we had these prototypes of Mattel's version of Bratz, which were a little less edgy than MGA's version, but they never actually came to fruition. But apparently Mattel has decided it's time to dust off the molds for these and release them as a new line under the Barbie brand and leaning more into Barbie aesthetics. Because as you can